My first couple of months at ARM was very interesting. I had no idea what to expect of the academy, of the tutorial part of the experience, and I was reluctant to give a lot of information at first because I didn't want to deal with some of the questions myself. It was a personal thing where I thought, well, I'm not dealing with that. No. That's too hard. I don't want to focus on my fitness. But what came of that, I started to ask myself the questions because they were in my mind even when I wasn't in the tutorial. And I realized I had to start answering them for myself. One of the biggest breakthroughs that I had was finding out where I always knew that I had trouble in relationships with men. This was a big deal for me. And I'd had a couple of long-term relationships in my life, but nothing had ever lasted. And I sort of had it in the back of my mind that this had to do with something to do with my dad. And some of the questions we examined in our tutorials, I was able to pinpoint one particular episode way back when I was a little girl that started my mistrust of men through actions of my dad and my brother all my life. And I always picked people that I knew were going to disappoint me. Who knew that that was going to even ever be a thing, or that even that I would figure it out? And this was a huge deal for me. And it became an even huger deal because my dad had a stroke last fall after I'd been with ARM a month. And I had to go to him because there was nobody else. I had to go and take care of him. And I was able to take that little piece of information and throw it over my shoulder and say, okay, bye, this doesn't matter anymore. And I was able to throw myself into caring for my dad and really being present and there for him. And I felt free. That's right. It was amazing. I can't even imagine how I would have felt if I hadn't had that breakthrough when I went there. I had been dreading going to see him on a regular basis. And having that freedom to go and be present and deal with him in an honest manner without having to hide any bad feelings. It was an amazing experience.